trying this again. No idea if it's going to work. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong today. So I don't know if we fixed the microphone issues. We ran through a couple of things. We'll find out. But we got all the bags sorted. We got all the instruction manuals out, and we're going to try to do this. So the instruction manual has really nice ode to the set designer and the design of Barad-Dur. As well as some background in terms of what's going on in the different levels of the set. So we got first one here on the dungeons and the forge. Picture of some of the minifigs here: Gollum, Frodo, Sam, some orcs, and then we dive into bag number 1. So that's where I'm going to go ahead and start building. Got bag number 1 right here. And we've got the ubiquitous turquoise brick separator, some orange pieces here, some small bags here, but not a whole lot in the first bag. Should be a pretty nice build. Some different colors: white, yellow, all that. We'll see how this goes. Already dropping the minifig.
All right, hopefully no one's having any audio issues. I just checked my account and it looks good, so hopefully sounds good, I should say.
Yeah.
You always looked good.
Speak for yourself. You definitely raised the looks of this partnership quite a bit.
With that.
I'm just here for the calm and you know, steady presence.
All right, I'm going to start with bag 28 in the second manual here. So, yeah.
Manual 3. Got Frodo being built right here. Now, I do wish they had the cape for Frodo, but they don't. Very similar to the Rivendell minifig version of Frodo, so not a whole lot of difference. So, nothing too great there. So you wanted to describe to everybody just how incredibly bad we are at doing live streams?
It is our first time. So we ended up, going through troubleshooting. You know how you do when you're trying to deal with technology. And we ended up just doing the same thing we did the first time, only it's not a problem this time. So
that we know of.
Yeah. Comment if it is still a problem. We'll try again.
Yeah, or figure something out. But yeah, we just really want to try to spend some time building community here on the channel. Some people that I know might be interested in watching a live stream, kind of chat with us a little bit. So yeah, see how that goes. But overall, haven't done this before, so apologies if it's a disaster.
So Colin, how old were you when you first read Lord of the Rings?
Read Lord of the Rings. I was in elementary school when I first read it. I remember reading them. We had like standardized tests that we had to do every single year in elementary school, or every other year. I forget exactly. It was a few years ago. But yeah, I read them after I was done taking the exam, so I had some time left over. I brought them to school with me, read them, and I can't say that I actually read them with a very good understanding at the age of like 9 or 10. So
I definitely wasn't reading books that big at 9 or 10.
I reread the books when I was probably in college, I would say. And so, yeah. Did you ever read them?
Not until the movies came out. And then I think I tried to watch them before the movie was going to come out, you know, because sometimes you just kind of want to read the book first. But I don't remember I think that was the first time I ever read them. I didn't make it all the way to the very end. Like, I think I made it through Two Towers, but then I think I didn't make it. But by the time I got into Return of the King, I think all three of the movies had come out already. So I already knew how they all went, and I'd already seen them all. And so it felt less important to me at that point to read them all. Sorry to all of you Lord of the Rings fans who love it and have read it multiple times. I'm afraid I'm not that dedicated of a fan. My apologies.
Hold her accountable, everyone.
My sister, however, was a huge Lord of the Rings fan. She got caught in class one time reading it, and her teacher gave her grace because she was a big Lord of the Rings fan too, apparently.
How old was she when that happened?
It was high school. I don't remember exactly what year.
Oh, yeah. So we have Jacob and Mr. Hoffman. They jumped on. Yeah, what do you think of the gift with purchase? Here we go. I want you to hand that. We've got the gift with purchase right here. So a little bit more about how we got the set. So we went to the Lego store today. We got there about 10:05. The store opens up at 11 o'clock. And they had a lot of people lined up. We were 12th in line for Barad-Dur, but there were probably about 20 people in line when we got there. Some other people were going for Star Wars. A lot of Harry Potter fans that showed up. And the line ended up winding all the way around quite a bit more than other release days. Second highest, I think, line that we've seen since like January 1st. So January is a huge, huge day for Lego. I think June 1st is becoming the second big release day of the year. The gift with purchase overall, I don't know. I'm glad that we got it because we got the set on day one. But I think that if you were debating between double insider points and the gift with purchase, it depends on if you really like a small scale fell beast and a minifig that is kind of like, you could probably make this minifig using a variety of other pieces that have been released in the past, or if you have like an old Dementor from Harry Potter, it's actually pretty similar. So you might be able to get maybe a sword from this off of Bricklink and make your own Nazgul or your own Ringwraith, sorry. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. Go with double insider points, I would say, at this point. We also ran into that when we were at the Lego store because we were thinking about getting the Ninjago Tournament Temple City, or Tournament City Temple, that's what it is. And they had a little gift with purchase for that one. But I did see a rumor on Brick Clicker's YouTube channel that they are having a double insiders points coming up later this month. And so the little gift with purchase that we got that we would have had with that, I wasn't that interested in. So I don't know. Getting this day one is nice, but the gift with purchase overall, not blown away by. And I did a whole video on this with, what do we expect as fans when it comes to the gifts with purchase. And, I think a lot of the expectations for this gift with purchase in particular were blown out of proportion because people wanted a lot of exclusive minifigs and, King Thaden. They wanted
asking a lot
Eowyn.
For a gift with free set,
Yeah, gift with purchase. They're not going to give you that many minifigs or that many exclusive minifigs. That said, it could make sense if, and I say only if, they were doing a line of Lord of the Rings Lego. Like then it would make sense not to do a lot of exclusive minifigs. But if they didn't want to do a line, yeah.
And there was also the gift with purchase for buying a Lego original line. And that was like a little water park. I wasn't real excited about that one either. So we were interested in one of the friends' sets, but we decided to pass and wait. Not pass, I guess, just wait until the double points.
Yeah, so one of the things we try to do on the channel is obviously spend our scarce Lego resources wisely. And so, like, one of the questions that we were grappling with was, is it better to just, wait for insiders points, double points, or just go ahead and get sets that we wanted? And I think it just makes sense to try to get as much as you can that you want with it. To me, I think I value the double insiders points more than I value some of the gifts with purchase. So now, do you have a favorite gift with purchase? And if you're watching, comment if you have one of your favorite gift with purchases in the chat. Would you have a favorite gift with
the
purchase?
Charles Dickens ones has to be like the best one, right?
I don't know if it has to be. I really like that one. I'm a big fan. Hey, look at that. You did a thumbs up or something like that. Yeah, I really like the Dickens one, but I think the Amelia Earhart gift with purchase was really good. We have that one downstairs that we haven't built.
Really cool. Yeah.
The Ray's Castaway, that pirate one, we actually have 2 copies of that. We haven't built some of them. So that's another thing with gift with purchases. But
okay, there was that ship playground one.
Yeah,
we ended up with 2 of those, so I made a big one of that, which is kind of fun.
No, I got lost on the build, so. And oh, nice! One of your professors at college related to Dickens. That's pretty cool. All right, so we've got the little standalone part of some of this built right now with Frodo on the rock, and so little mini build. One thing I do appreciate about this set is that it has only one real mini build. We were at the Lego store today and we saw, what was it, the Minions mansion that came out today, from Despicable Me.
Was it the Despicable Me? Yeah, the Despicable Me mansion. Yeah.
And honestly, it was kind of interesting to see it because there's 2 side builds, 2 mini builds for it, and the mansion itself was kind of puny and not really all that well detailed on the outside.
I thought it looked really cool, but definitely the set was not just about the mansion.
And I think it's a tough line that Lego has to walk when it comes to putting out sets. They want them to incorporate some of the movie elements to it, but then you also want to give enough detail that people are going to be enticed to build it. And that's one of those that I looked at and said, I don't really feel like getting that set or really even liking it that much just because of all the mini builds that it had with it. So
interested to see how this all works out. I'm currently building the support system for the tower. I started at DAG, was it 28? So I'm definitely doing like the upper part of the tower, and I have all these different colored bricks, so those are going to get covered up. Also got these like turntables, so I'm interested to see what I'm going to be building there.
You're making good progress. I am not. I'm building really slowly right now, so. I don't wonder if any of you out there are fast builders. When you build sets, do you like to take your time and build them slowly, or are you just kind of start them, get them done, put them on display or something like that? Hello again, Risa.
Thanks for coming back. Sorry about our technical issues earlier.
I hope the audio is better. We tried a couple different things, and I have no idea if it worked. We're really not good at this sometimes. How's that for a pump up? Then the cat jumped on the table. We've had internet issues all day. Oh, good. I'm glad it's so much better. Awesome. Yeah, it was like...
We honestly didn't do anything different. We tried a bunch of things. Nothing worked. So we went back to the original setup and it just worked. So can't say we learned a whole lot from it.
I think sometimes it's like the, you call the tech support and they say, well, did you turn it off and turn it back on? I think maybe that's just what we had to do. So
we did actually turn our whole computer off and back on. So maybe that was it.
Okay, we started it because I tripped over the power cord.
And then I might have tripped over it again.
So we started it twice. Like, that was amazing.
We did really awesome today.
Yeah. This is our, hey, so Jacob and Ginger asking if it's something that we have a normal time for. This is our very first time. So I would love to do this summer. So I'm a professor at a university here in the Cleveland, Ohio area in the United States. I would love to do some regular live streams. So that's something that we'd consider doing. So I'm open to doing that. I might do a couple different live streams for this. Maybe another one tomorrow, like late morning or something like that. So just to kind of build this with everyone. And again, one of the things we want to do is to build community and just have some people that have watched our channel more than we believe they should. So have them do that. Well, we got to go Browns and go Eagles.
Shout out to my college roommate Emily, who likes the Eagles.
That's right. Yeah, we are Browns fans here, hoping that they are actually good. They were decent last year, of course, but we'll see. And then we are, or at least I am. I don't know about Julia. I am a fan of the Kelsey brothers because they grew up here in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. They went to a local high school, and so enjoyed watching them. And I enjoyed their podcast a little bit from time to time. So. Not opposed to the Eagles doing well. Had a lot of roommates. We went to school in Pennsylvania, so a lot of our roommates and friends were Eagles fans. And so I do not dislike the Eagles, especially when they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That was amazing. I think everybody was rooting for the Eagles that day. And our 10-year-old is lurking behind the camera over here, staring at us. You want to say hi? No.
You want to build? Yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
Let's see. I just finished step 11, so now we are on step 12.
You want a chair? We can just kind of scoot that chair down.
We actually have more chairs.
Well, we can scoot these chairs down a little bit.
You're good there? Okay.
All
right. Looks like we got cheese slopes or a cheese slope.
So building the base, and this is one of the interesting things about Lego sets that I've noticed over the
I'll let you
years.
finish this bag up. I'll get 29.
Is that they oftentimes, to get a set this size, they're going to use a lot of Technic pieces. So we've got a lot of these white Technic bricks and then these corner black pieces right here that are going to give you a lot of strength by connecting Technic pins into it. So not a surprise in terms of this part of the build so far. Very similar to, I don't know if anyone has the Disney Castle. I have the original Disney Castle, the bigger one, and they do a lot of this with that, as well as some of the roller coaster sets.
Why is it so hard to build? Just what I thought it was going to be.
What's harder than other Lego sets?
Yeah, because they're it's the same on each side, so now that I'm doing different stuff on each side, it's confusing what side it is.
Oh, okay.
I also enjoy a lot of these filler pieces in different colors. You can see on the base, they've got this red 1x1 brick, and they've got some more red right here on the edge there,
And orange.
as well as right there. Now the orange is going to fit for some of the lava feel, so I think that's more of a choice by the set designer, but some of those filler bricks are kind of interesting.
Oh.
And getting pretty close to wrapping up bag one here. So all right, end of bag one. This is what we got. Definitely looks like Barad-Dur, huh?
A mass.
I mean that you see this and you definitely think this is going to be Barad-Dur.
Definitely.
And then we've got our extra pieces. Definitely got to give. We got 2 extra rings in this. 2 extra rings in this. And then we have actually a tradition at this house where whenever anyone gets a new Lego set, we put all of the extra pieces in a container, and then the kids each get to choose one if it's one of my sets, and I get to choose one of the extra pieces if it's one of theirs. And the rule is you cannot hide any of the extra pieces You have to make them all available for a choice. So since I guess this is more of a me set or me and Julia set, the kids are going to get to pick out each an extra piece. So that's it. Did the girls get anything at the Lego store? Did you get anything at the Lego store today?
I didn't go to Lego.
They might have, but they refused to go to the Lego store. So
Yeah, lost out.
lots of good stuff was there.
That's not supposed to be extra.
More on that after I open these bags.
Doesn't go there. Oh, it was supposed to go there, Mom. You got
That was in the transition from me to you. All right. Well, we figured it out. Okay. No extra pieces in the first bag. I mean, our first bag, which is bag 28. Okay.
Also in bag 28.
We're on 29 now.
Oh.
Yeah, can you see all the stuff we've built so far? So in terms of going to the Lego store, we gave the girls the option to go or let them stay home. They decided not to go to the Lego store instead.
Because they were busy building their own Lego.
Yes. What are you building, Autumn?
A horse barn.
You're building a horse barn. And what color is it?
Well, it was tan, then it was white, then it was all shades of pink and all shades of blue.
So it's a bit of a rainbow warrior style now.
No, there's one part of the barn that's tan, one part that's white, and another part that's pink and blue.
You know, I do drive around and see a lot of pink and blue horse barns. It's
We
very.
don't drive around and see horse barns.
Sure we do. We live in horse country, relatively speaking.
I mean, not right here, but not too far away.
The kids, they definitely like the going to the Lego store sometimes, but they were in a zone building, so I'm okay with that. What was the last Lego set you bought, Autumn?
It was pretty busy, yeah, because there was like such a long line of people waiting to get in. They actually had to monitor how many people they were allowing in at a time. So it wasn't overly packed inside the store. There was just people waiting. So as soon as you left, other people could come in.
Yeah, Barad-Dur was definitely flying off the shelves. The queue, I forget I don't know what number they went up to in the queue. So everyone got a slip of paper. If you were there for Barad-Dur, you raised your hand, and then the employees gave you a slip of paper. So they already had a bunch of them bagged. I think the bags corresponded with the number of the gifts with purchase that they had available to them at the time. So we were number 12. The other, I'm trying to think, like there were a couple of Barad-Durs on the shelf.
Yeah.
But if you got a number, yours was pre-bagged with the gift with purchase in one of those massive plastic bags. So they seem to be pretty organized, at least at the Beechwood Mall, Cleveland, Ohio store. I don't know if that was similar for other people, but that's what we noticed there. And then we had a lot of people just waiting, even when we were done. Like it took us we had to wait about 3-4 minutes before going into the store because we were not the first in line. And then there was probably about 40 people still outside the store after we were done. And we looked at the shelves, but we didn't, we were out by about 11:20. So.
Oh my goodness, I cannot find this 1x4. Oh, is this yours?
No, that's yours.
Oh, okay.
I'm stealing pieces from him.
Why did you give me that?
Because you needed 2 of them, one on each side.
I already got.
You already had it.
You already gave me one.
Well, maybe this. Oh, that is mine then. I'll take it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Malky, you're picking up the tuxedo cats. I like how they did the face on that a lot. I think it looks interesting, but I wasn't a huge fan of like the curve of the back. So when you build it, let me know if you started building it, and if you when you get it done, like comment on one of our videos how you think the back of it was executed, because I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on that. I think it's a really creative set, so I enjoyed that I'm really glad that they put it out. But
I didn't love the face and head myself, but Autumn, would you like a buildable cat? Yeah.
I think the face is fantastic. Now they did come with like blue and yellow eyes for the cat, so that was kind of interesting. But I definitely think it was a cool set. Also thought the radio
Whoa.
is pretty cool.
What?
Look how it sits in here. This is crazy.
Oh,
So we have all these big tiles in the middle. Show me something. Then we just built this, and it's going to go in here. So it looks like the tiles need to go around the dial things.
the dial.
See, look. Look at how the corner goes around the yellow.
I guess I put them on.
Is it on backwards?
Maybe.
Or just
I'm
not?
not sure. Oh, I got it. That.
Well, we'll get it here in a minute. We'll have it.
And Malky's a huge cat person, bought 2 of them. That's really cool. One for a friend who lost her cat. They, I actually saw, I think it was Hugh's review on brickset.com. He was reviewing the tuxedo cat and mentioned the same thing. Like, he had a cat that looked very similar to that one that died a couple of years ago. And in some ways, he felt it was a little awkward that he was building a cat that had died, but there's almost a nice little memorial to the cat that he had from a while ago. So I think that's pretty neat.
Is that? No. I can't figure this out. Oh, because I forgot to. That goes in like that. Let's see if you can put it in there.
So is that the throne room that you're working on? I think these hinges are off. They're supposed to go the other way.
Oh, those ones. No.
Yeah, because it goes that way.
Oh. Oopsie.
So if you are on this step 20, 21 in the second book, you might need some help.
BDD builds. Good afternoon. Got Barad-Dur. Got it online, so I have to wait for it to ship. Didn't feel like braving the store crowd. I hear you. I'm not a crowds person. I'm an introvert, so I was nervous. I get nervous around crowds, but I've been doing the Legos thing for a long time on release day, especially January 1st. That's where all of everyone comes. And it wasn't too bad. It's nice when you go with somebody that you know, because you don't have to spend a lot of time talking to strangers, which is something I really struggle with. So it's much easier to talk to Julia than a bunch of strangers. Now, if you've ordered sets online from Lego, how long does it take for it to ship to you? I'm kind of curious because, again, I mentioned at the top of the stream that I've only ordered one set ever online, and that was the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. And I'm not very familiar with how their shipping is doing now.
We succeeded at last.
Ooh, nice.
Looks like eyes.
It does.
So wait, so if you pull, what happens if you...
Nice.
I want to try that.
You want to try here? Yeah, Malker says about a week. Malker also debating about getting the radio, but didn't know what to do with it. I just finished building the UCS Razor. Oh, let me know how the Razor Crest. That's one of the sets I really, really want. I saw that on sale. I think it was maybe was it Black Friday or sometime around there around Christmas, and it was on sale, and I was really tempted to get it, but knew that we had modular coming up and other January releases. I just did not go for it then, but I really love that Razor Crest because we're big Mandalorian fans, especially this one right here. Who's your favorite character?
Grogu.
Grogu. How many Grogu things do you have?
Too many to count?
You've got the Lego keychain.
The backpack.
The backpack.
Watch.
The watch, yeah.
I don't know if the calendar still counts. It's 2023.
2023 calendar, that's Grogu. Yeah.
Grogu shirt. Grogu,
Yeah.
2 pairs of Grogu socks.
Bunch of Grogu socks.
2 pairs.
2 pair. She toggles back and forth between Grogu socks and hospital socks. She loves hospital socks.
No, more like I just have a lot of them.
You do have a lot of them because you steal them every time you go to the doctor's office.
No.
Oh.
She doesn't steal anything.
More like I got 3 pairs when I was in the hospital and 2 pairs from you. And you were in the hospital.
Yeah, that's true. About a week. It's 5 days in Europe. It can take up to 5 days for shipping. Malkier loves the Razor Crest. Great build. Again, pricey, but actually fits my display. Oh, you got the UCS Falcon. That's amazing. those are 2 sets high on my list. And
Star Wars sets. You don't have very many Star Wars.
I know, because if you buy Star Wars sets, it's like they're like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. You know, you build a Star Wars set, and then you want to build some more. And so I just don't know if I can handle that, because I really would love to get some Star Wars Lego at some point. I am curious about getting the new midi scale Millennium Falcon. I think that's one that's really tempting me right now.
You gave me like a mini scale.
Yeah, you got the mini Millennium Falcon with Chewbacca, right?
Yeah.
Who used to be your favorite Star Wars character until Grogu replaced.
You did.
Yeah, it's big.
It's a little stud.
Yeah, bigger than you'll think. I agree. But every time I build a Lego set that's kind of like this scale or similar, I'm surprised by just how big. We saw this on display at the Lego store, and what did you think?
I mean, so all the sets in the display window are really big sets. So I was like, yeah, it's big, but everything else was big too. And then I looked past it into the store and saw the Notre Dame building, and that's a beautiful building, and realized just how much bigger Barad-Dur was than Notre Dame.
Yeah, and it was next to the Dungeons and Dragons castle. That one was on display next to it, and it was just, here's the Dungeons and Dragons castle, and here's Barad-Dur. Like, it just dwarfed it, and $360 for the D&D set and $460 for this one. So not a huge difference in price scale, about 33% more, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so she loves the yellow ones with the white grippers. That's exactly it, girl. You're after Malakir's own heart. I wear those exclusively at home since I have wood floors. So we have like linoleum floors in our kitchen and wood floors or wood laminate in our family room, and the kids definitely slip around, but they like that. Autumn used that in the winter for her rollerblade practicing course. She would rollerblade around the family room. So you have a couple yellows, and you have a gray.
I have 4 pairs of yellow and 1 pair of gray.
4 pairs of yellow, 1 pair of gray. Yeah, and some of the yellow are my size, and then they've got a couple kids' ones from last year when you were in the hospital.
It is confusing.
UCS in a raffle. No way. UCS Falcon, $10 for it. Best. I would agree. That's amazing. Were you tempted to resell it, even at like half off or 2/3 price? You might get a pretty good one on that. Risa mentions that the playset Razor Crest was pretty good. Top 2 bags, but I agree. I wasn't into the Mandalorian when the first wave of sets came out. It took me like after season 2 to start watching the show. That's when we got Disney Plus, and really regret not getting that, because I think it was like $120, $130 or so. Really cool set. If they came out with another Razor Crest that was that scale, I probably would pick it up. But I say that loosely because I don't know. Depends on how it looks, but that's really interesting. And then let's see, Notre Dame on the list as well. I'm torn about the Notre Dame set. I have a hard time with micro scale sets. I love minifig scale sets, and micro scale, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not sure if
They have 1x5.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Have 1x5 plates been?
Last couple of years, 1x5 plates are a real thing.
A 1x7 plate?
They don't have 1x7 plates. Not yet. It's only a matter of time. So, yeah, I really like these 2x6 tiles. I know they've been out for a couple of years, like 3 years at this point, but I don't have a lot of them in my buildable piece collection.
I have like 1 or 2.
Yeah, the Notre Dame micro scale sets. We have the micro scale Hogwarts, and that's a lot of fun, but it doesn't have the same charm as like a Rivendell that's minifig scale. So I don't know. Lots of hinges. I'm getting a theme here. You've got some hinges in there. I've got some hinges over here.
We have 2 white hinges in here.
Yeah, I've got.
I can still pull it.
You can still, yeah. I think that's where the Palantir is going to go.
The what?
Oh, for certain, the question is, are there certain Lego themes you enjoy building more than others?
Ooh.
Definitely. I mean, we over the years have done a number of them. Castle's always a favorite.
I don't like building castle, but I do like playing.
What's your favorite theme to build?
Probably Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new friend's house is just really, it was calling out my name at the store today. But Julie was proud of me. I refrained. Other themes that I really like building, I am a huge fan of the Ideas theme. I think that the Ideas theme has just been an incredible lineup for Lego over the last handful of years. I think some of the best and most creative sets that Lego's come out with, thanks to a lot of the fans who are building and submitting things. So I think that's helped a lot. In particular, I love the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. I loved the Medieval Blacksmith Shop. That was a really, really good set. It's one of the few that I would give a 10 out of 10 to. Just loved how that came together. The building techniques were fantastic. The pieces were amazing. And I'm a sucker for castle and medieval stuff. So love that. One that I'm not a huge fan of, honestly, are the roller coasters. We have the original roller coaster as well as the loop coaster. And some of those fairground sets are really repetitive and they're hard to store. Like I'm worried about how we're like going to store Barad-Dur and how we're going to display it on shelves. So we'll see how that works. Let's see. Other themes that I really like.
We are building some really cool tiling in here right now.
It's so confusing.
I love it.
I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool. I love the triangle tiles. Some of my favorite.
Yeah. Basically just copying off of Mom because I think I do the same thing.
Oh, I can't, except for I can't see it.
Oh, and of course I forgot my favorite of all is the modulars.
Oh.
I'm a huge, huge modular fan. So
yeah,
probably my favorite theme. If you've watched any of our content over the years, you know, like we talk a lot about modular buildings. And I just saw a rumor that it's possible we'll get the 2025 modular in December of 2024. So kind of curious to see if that happens. Icons, Julian, icons, friends, and ideas. Yeah, icons. Should have mentioned that. Friends, I think is one of the best. I wouldn't say best kept secrets in terms of Lego themes, but it is, I think, one of the best executed themes out there, regardless of price point or size. It just, to me, they do such a great job designing sets and making sure that everything seems fresh. The building techniques are great. Love what they were doing with Friends. And I say this as somebody who was really skeptical about Friends when it first came out.
Yeah, I like Friends too. I think the colors are really fun. That definitely helps.
Colors are fun,
and Colin hates mini dolls. I like mini dolls.
Yeah, they're like minifigs are so ugly and blocky. And
Autumn and I are on Team Mini Doll.
Team minifig all the way.
But minifigs are too blocky and ugly, and like mini dolls, you can make them pretty and they're more flexible. And
this is just... Sam. He's giving me that stern look. He says he's not blocky.
He's so blocky, Dad.
Definitely really enjoyed the set designs for the Friends stuff. Let's see. Malkier. Oh, Rivendell Sadness set. Had it on display. My sister and niece came to visit. Niece wanted to play with it and dropped the gazebo section. No way. Oh, hope you didn't lose some of those small pieces on the ground. That would be an absolute disaster. I love Rivendell. Years ago, I said there was never going to be a time I would spend $500 on a Lego set, and then they came out with Rivendell. And so kind of like all statements, they have an expiration date.
That's true.
That's an amazing set. Risa, I never bought Friends, but I have to be honest, they're probably, definitely one of the best current themes. If only not mini dolls. Thank you. Thank you very much. You agree. We are kindred souls when it comes to that. And I don't think the mini dolls are terrible. I just don't really care for them. And they don't fit in with my minifigs. So going with that. Yeah, Friends theme becoming better and better year after year. Absolutely, Julian. That is just an incredible line. That I think it was last year when they did the botanical garden set that I just, That was a great set. Got 3 copies of that.
Yeah. Malkier also said that they didn't get the loop coaster because of not being able to display. And I remember someone commented earlier that we never mentioned about the radio, not being sure what to do with it. We did see the radio today in the Lego store. It was really nice, really sleek, good looking set. I kind of feel the same, like, okay, so you got it. It looks really cool, but now what? But at the same time, like, a lot of our sets are just on display anyway. So I think if you're looking for sets that you're going to end up building, displaying, and maybe reusing pieces, it's just as good for that.
That's what I think the strength of the radio would be, honestly, with some of the pieces that it has. Fantastic part spin. The only problem that I have with the radio, if you're going to use it as a part spin, is what do you do with a sound brick that's going to be a really expensive piece? Maybe you can sell that, but you know, it adds a lot of the cost. I think the sorting hat set is a good example of that, where the set itself costs a lot of money, given like the price per piece ratio or the volume or just the substance of the build. So I struggle with that, but I think the radio has a lot of great pieces. I would be tempted to get it, especially if it went on sale. I'd be tempted to get it for the pieces. But I think that's maybe another question to kind of pose to other people here that are watching. Do you display your sets, or do you take them apart and build your own things with those pieces? Because we're kind of right now in the split, like we keep some sets together and then we take others apart to make our own creations, and then sometimes we buy pieces on Bricklink or the Pick a Brick wall. But curious to know what everyone else says.
Lately, since we've gotten more space to display, the sets we've gotten recently are all on display. Like, we really haven't taken many down and parted them out to all of our storage doors for future projects.
I don't take many sets apart like that.
You take all your sets apart. The problem is you don't take your creations apart, and you refuse to take your creations apart, so you can't build with your pieces anymore.
Except for I did take one creation apart today. Not that I really cared about it. But still.
So we're laying a lot of this groundwork right here. A lot of tiles. I don't know if you're familiar with the modular buildings, even maybe some of the roller coaster sets. You put a lot of tiles, you put a lot of small pieces down. So that's what I've been doing on this part of the build so far. And yeah, kind of tedious, but looks fantastic the way it's going right now. So I'll kind of turn it that way. Let's see. Solid coaster for 200, almost got it, but that, yeah, not a place to display it. Thanks, by the way, Malky, for watching all of our vids. Build a lot with one of my nieces, so she and I will watch your reviews. Yeah, she's around, 13 years old is the age of our eldest, and Autumn's 10 years old here. So, yeah, I think it's great. Market Street as a modular or not? Ooh, Julian, that is a fantastic question. The answer that I would give is yes, I consider the Market Street a modular building, but when it first came out, I did not. So what changed for me, honestly, was when Lego came out with the mini modulars years ago. It was designed by Jamie Barad. So the history of that set is that Jamie Barad would design like a micro scale set of the modular for gifts for people. And somebody said, let's create this into its own set. So like the first 4 or 5 of the modular buildings were put into a mini modulars building, and it included the Market Street. And so Jamie Barad, the authority on all that is modular buildings, in my opinion, considered it an official modular building. So I can't really argue too much with him on that. So I do consider Market Street a modular building. I don't have the Market Street, so...
And we have all the other ones.
Yes, as I would say,
the only one we don't have.
We have every Lego designed modular building, because that was a Lego factory set, which was a precursor to Ideas, or I guess a precursor to QSO, which became Ideas. And so I like to say we have every Lego designed modular building. Although I think it would be too hard to order the pieces online, just because they use a lot of dark blue bricks, which at the time were extremely rare and expensive, but now come down significantly in cost. So that's my take on the modular Market Street.
This set is gonna. How long is this set gonna take to build?
It's gonna take a while to build this set. Yeah, it's a large set.
This is confusing.
Let's see. We've got mini dolls when seated can't hang on for their life. Risa, you are 100% correct. One of the reasons I don't like the mini dolls is you have to like slip them into a bracket piece or a panel piece.
For what?
They don't sit well. Like if you sit them down, like they can't sit. And then like their legs go out way too far.
They can't sit if you just sit them down.
They don't stick on though.
Well, minifigs, that's not very like I never need to use that. Like
You don't sit your mini dolls down?
I do, but like you can just on the minifigs, I don't use the stud area on the back of their legs really at all.
So that's what so it allows you to use mini dolls the same way as minifigs basically, and so you like mini dolls better.
Yeah. Well, mini
Fair
dolls
enough.
do have skinnier legs, so it's a lot harder to balance. But still.
Yeah.
Okay. It's supposed to go like that.
Yeah, I think so too. Jason,
Yes, Mark builds Lego. We are indeed tackling the beast that is Barad-Dur. I am about a bag and a half in, and you are about a bag and a half in yourself?
Yeah.
So 3 bags out of 40. So it's going to be rather interesting putting this together. I mean, right now it's so much detail on the base. I think one of the fascinating things about Lego sets like this is just how much they cram into the base. It's, I don't know, something that you don't really appreciate until you actually build it, and how many pieces it takes to put something like this together.
All right, we've been staring at this for a long time, so it's a little bit more complicated, these steps, getting all the base figured out for the top of the tower, but I think we got it. I think we're ready to turn the page.
How's it looking so far, Autumn?
So 4.
So far.
Wait, Mom.
Hmm.
You never did it on this side.
There's only one. There isn't one on the other side. We're building this on the other side.
Oh, well, that looks interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is, but
It's probably for like
Lots-
snot work on the wall.
lots of snot bricks.
I hate snot bricks.
So one of the themes that I've noticed with Lego doing in their builds is they always have angles, and they do a lot of snot work. And here we've got some nice angling going on this part of the wall here, and it looks like you're doing a different angle thing on the other side.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Not a whole lot of angles so far with this one, primarily just laying bricks the normal way so far. Kind of show that up to you guys right there. Getting the lava built, and then a lot of the places where we're going to be storing columns. So I think that's kind of where we're at with this so far. Now here I have displays set up. I actually just had to prepare a second room. That is impressive. How big are these rooms, Malky? Because we have one room dedicated to like most of our Lego, but then we have our modular city in our basement, and then the kids just moved.
Yeah, the kids just did a huge project last weekend over Memorial Day weekend of moving all of their Lego from our family room up to one of the bedrooms. So they decided they would rather have a room for Lego and other things to play with, and then have separate bedrooms. So they've been working on that, and that was a lot of Lego, and didn't realize just how much it would take over that room. It really kind of filled the room up a little bit. So
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
So I guess technically we have like 3 rooms, not entirely dedicated. One room that's mostly dedicated, some of the basement, and then the kids' playroom, which is just one of their bedrooms. We'll see how the living together goes for them. I know my brother and I did that for quite a few years, and it worked out okay. We only punched each other a few times. So, and I think I only fell out of the bed like once from the top bunk, so I think we're okay on that. Do you teach history or something similar? You explained stuff in a very good way, which made some sense when you said you taught. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the comment. I actually teach, believe it or not, I teach political science. So it's something that it's one of those topics that people tell you not to bring up over dinner with family and friends. And so I don't talk a lot about politics to some people, even especially family. So I teach political science. Primarily, I teach classes on American political institutions like Congress, the presidency, elections, just basic U.S. politics. I also teach a lot of statistics-based courses so that we can do research. And then I've recently,
so sometimes you'll see us talking about those different statistics that YouTube gives us. So he knows how to analyze all those really well.
I love data. I'm a data junkie and a politics junkie, so spend a lot of time doing that. But Lego's a great release, great way for me to do something else and not get consumed with politics, which I get tired of at some point, because if you pay anything close to attention to American politics right now, it's kind of crazy. So sometimes I have to unplug from that. So that's what I do. I teach that. I actually just got back from a work trip to Honduras doing some public health work. So that's another way I kind of take my mind off of American politics, is to do stuff on related to public health. So kind of a big part of that. But I did have a degree in history and political science in an undergraduate, and then a master's and PhD in graduate school. So probably overeducated at this point. Got some more extra pieces. And done with bag 2. So just want to give you a quick update where we're going with bag number 2. Got a lot of the base done. And then we've got these 2 angled sections right here with hinges. So curious to see how this turns out. We've got a couple of loose hinges right here. So those are going to be able to move. Curious, again, how they're going to incorporate this into some of the structure, support, and design of the set. Big part of Lego sets these days. Definitely angles and snot work.
Yeah. And I did finish the snot work on this wall here with this angled wall. So that's coming together a little bit.
Yeah. Love the snot bricks here on the side. Yeah, right there. So we're going to get some really cool techniques there. And I'm on to bag 3, so forgive me as I crinkle this bag.
Hello to Greg Dillon. Sci-fi books. I'm not a big sci-fi book person myself.
So we are joined in the background by someone who is a big sci-fi person. Kiara's here. You want to mention any books that you really like? Sci-fi books?
Like the Cinder series.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Also, Dad, you do talk about politics a lot.
A lot.
Okay, talk about politics a lot to you and your mother, but not the world writ large.
Yes.
With your brothers, you do.
Okay. I try not to. They pull me in. It's like clickbait. They just say something and I got to respond to it.
No.
You start it a lot of the time.
Thanks. So, Kiara, any other science fiction books that you like? Series?
Not off the top of my head, but
Percy Jackson, right? Didn't you like that?
that's
that
not sci-fi.
What does that count as?
It's mythology. It's fantasy.
What about, have you ever read Ender's Game? I read that one.
I have not read that one.
That's a good book.
Best sci-fi book, Ender's Game.
Ender's Game. Boom. Who said that? I didn't even read that.
Malkier.
Malkier. Man. Yes. Best sci-fi book out there. Agreed. 100%. Not that I've read a lot of them, but I do really like Ender's Game. A friend of mine in college recommended that I read that book, and I did not regret it at all. Fantastic book. Let's see. Will I buy some Bricklink sets? I don't know. That's a really good question. Bricklink sets, for those that may not know, are so Bricklink is owned by Lego, and Lego's allowed people to kind of vote on getting some sort of sets in there for Bricklink, and then you can buy them reasonable price. Actually, I've been surprised at how reasonable the prices are, similar to Lego sets. One of the key differences, though, is that the Bricklink sets don't go through the same design process as official Lego sets, meaning that some of the techniques could be a little bit questionable, and the strength of some of the builds might not be as good as an official Lego set, which I don't mind. I think a lot of them look really good, some of the Wild West ones, some of the castle ones. So it really depends on our Lego budget in a given month, and if the set really kind of piques my curiosity. I'm a sucker for medieval stuff as well as modulars. So if they were to do something similar with that or something with that, I might partake. But yeah, it's always tough because a lot of them are fairly large and expensive sets, and so it can get kind of difficult to decide what to buy because Lego's doing a great job on releasing sets that are really cool. Right, Kiara?
Sure. I built this little thing. I'm going to put it on the studs on the side here.
Oh, is that a window?
I have no idea. Maybe. It's got orange inside. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a window or something. Interesting. That looks cool. Looks very cool. So I'm building. I don't know exactly where this is going to be, but I'm building this little frame for part of the base. So I'm guessing the base is going to extend off of here. This part going off of this. So we'll see how that comes together. But lots of detail in this base right now. It's the one part that I requested to build. Julie was like, "Okay, we're going to build the set," and I said, "Well, can I do the base?" She's very kind and let me do that. I'm not saying I'm regretting it because it's fantastic and it's fascinating, but
yeah, I wanted to build the tower, so it worked out perfectly. I'm actually starting bag 30 now.
All right.
Well, I have a fair amount of. You know, I think that Autumn didn't finish this side. Actually.
Yeah. Some cleanup on aisle 29 there. Let's see. Lots of transparent pieces going in on this base right now. So gives you really good feel for what is a lava thing here. Let's see. Malky, I'm a vaccination specialist, but I had a degree in forensics. Okay, Malky, I got to ask, how did you go from forensics to vaccination specialist? That sounds like a really interesting story. Risa says, I like to collect. I don't build all sets on our own. Have them in boxes, not for sale. Have been collected for years. Never sold a single set. That's what I enjoy. Yeah, I have not sold a Lego set ever. I have actually not a very large backlog of sets, but I do have a little bit. I do keep all the boxes. We actually store them under our modular city. And so maybe that's a question for some of you watching. Do you keep your boxes, or do you send them to recycling or throw them away? Because I know she would like to just toss them in recycling one day, but I don't know. I like some of the boxes. I like looking at them every now and again. So maybe I'm just weird like that. Oh, I can't find a piece. Oh, there it is. Let's see.
Thank you, Loader for Bricks, for sticking with us today and coming back.
Hey, it works this time. Awesome. Ender's Game, yeah. The Dune trilogy. So, Greg Dillon, did you watch the new Dune movie? I have not seen it. I'm curious what you think about the new Dune Lego set. Ender's Shadow, really good too. Yes. Yes. I believe I read that one after I read Ender's Game. So, shows my age. My favorite sci-fi book was the first Blade Runner. Interesting, yeah. Unfortunately, I was in college a few years ago, so I've not kept up with a lot of sci-fi stuff. Honestly, my reading is a lot of academic articles, long-form articles, and then just trying to stay informed on politics and political science research. So my nonfiction game has been severely lacking over the last 15 to 20 years. So yeah, I try to read a little bit when I'm on vacation, but I don't go on a lot of vacations. I guess that I should start doing that more. I've been trying to read more books on history and presidential history, but it's kind of slow sometimes given all the other stuff I'm reading. Let's see. Liam wants to know, what set do you think they would make next for Lord of the Rings? This is a really, really good question. I'm going to ask Julia what set she would want most from Lego Lord of the Rings.
So I think we did a whole video on things we would like to see from Lord of the Rings. But I would like to see
I would like
What's
to
it
see
called?
a Hobbit hole.
the Hobbit hole.
Yeah, the Hobbiton. They did a Hobbiton a decade or so ago, and it was a great set. It's I think like a 4.7 out of 5 on brick set. One of the highest rated sets of all time. Love that set. But a new one, a new like $200 bag end. I think that'd be amazing.
So I really like the elf settlements. And I feel terrible. I can't remember what it's called, but the one where Galadriel is.
Lothlorien.
Lothlorien.
Oh,
They have like those cool tree houses. Like I can imagine Lego doing a great job with that.
I can't imagine it being a Lego version. But I mean, if they can make Barad-Dur, they can make whatever that place is called again.
Lothlorien.
Yeah.
Now, Lord of the Rings happens to be Autumn's favorite movie, so that makes me feel really good. I love Lord of the Rings. My favorite movie as well, so pleased with that. Other things that I'd like to see them make for Lord of the Rings Lego would be like the Bridge of Khazad-dûm. I think that'd be a really fun take on dwarven architecture.
Oh.
And I know a lot of fans would love to get a large Minas Tirith, which I'm torn on because I don't know if Lego would be able to do a great Minas Tirith or not.
Because it's basically a mountain. And I feel like mountains would be really clunky and bad.
Well, it's really huge. I think
Yeah, but it could be clunky if not done well. I've seen some really good mocks for it, but yeah, I think it's gonna be really tough to give a real good representation of Minas Tirith, although it would be pretty sweet. The problem is it would fade from white to yellow over time, and it wouldn't be the shining city of white, it'd be the shining city of P or something.
Arisa said the prancing pony.
Oh yeah, really good idea. That prancing pony definitely would be on one of my top lists.
Prancing pony.
In the village of Bree, that's where they're supposed to meet with Gandalf, but Gandalf gets delayed at Isengard, right? So
They
yeah.
did make an Isengard.
Yeah, do you want to bring it over? You want to show more Isengard? Yeah? Go ahead. Go on. Go bring it.
Drop it.
She's not going to drop it.
She might.
I might.
Let's see. Yeah, floor lava. I love the look that they're giving here with the lava. We get a little bit in the second part right here, just at this very edge. Some of these transparent yellow. Really good decision, I think, by the Lego set designer there.
So, there's the game The Floor is Lava. So I guess if you want to be playing The Floor is Lava, this is a good chance for you with your mini pigs.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Here, move here. So Malky says my parents got sick, so I moved back to hometown to take care of them and needed a job right away. Local pharmacy needed vaccination. I got licensed. Nice. That's really cool. And I'm glad you're able to do that. So my parents live here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. Julia's family is from Portland, Oregon, so a little bit different there. Here we go. We've got.
It doesn't even fit in the.
Doesn't fit in the camera. So we got Orthanc right here. Built this before I went to Honduras a couple weeks ago. So we've got that, and Treebeard as well. So there we go. So I'm really curious to see how these look next to one another. We'll do a video on how these two sets compare, also with Rivendell. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I want to see how they look next to each other. Probably in our review of Barad-Dur, we'll put in maybe a shot of all three of them together, or certainly these two. But
You could do a mega attack on Rivendell. Or from Rivendell to Two Towers, you could do a mega attack.
yeah, lots of different options. That's what I love about Legos. You can do so many different things with it. Let's see. Specific technique to apply the stickers. Ooh, really good question. Julie wants to know about adding stickers.
Which I'm just about to do.
Which, yeah, Julie's about to do.
Actually.
So my technique is this, and I wouldn't say it's the best technique. I think Kiara, who's standing right here, just outside the view of the camera, has the best technique.
Just put them on.
She says to just put them on. The way I anticipate is that there's going to be a little bit of border of the piece around the sticker. And so I usually apply it with that in mind. But here we go. First,
I'm going to start at the top And I'm not gonna probably show it to you real well because then I'll probably put it on Cricut. But I try to start at the top and then press it down so that it makes sure it's flat and straight.
Which I tried that too,
But you're not.
yeah.
And on it
I
goes.
still put it
I think I did a pretty good job. There it is.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I started at the bottom.
You are, I dubbed thee the sticker queen. How about that?
Oh boy, royalty.
It's what you've always wanted. The title you've always wanted. Yeah, let's see. So that's my technique for stickers. I don't know if it's the best. I think Julie just did a really good job on that one though. So I do get frustrated sometimes though with stickers. We're turning some lights on here, make it a little bit brighter. I do get frustrated with stickers sometimes because of the curved pieces. If you have to apply stickers on top of curved pieces, I hate that. In fact, I was thinking about doing a little quick rant to Lego on a video. You know, dear Lego, stop putting start putting stickers on curved pieces. I think the biggest and most egregious example is Gringotts on the front sign where they've got two bow slopes and they put the sticker on that. Really not a fan of how that looks. I think it looks terrible, but
I
yeah.
also don't like when there's stickers on like two pieces, like connecting two pieces.
Which they've stopped doing, fortunately. But when I was a kid, I had the motorcycle shop that had one sticker across two 4 wide panels, and once that snapped, it just never looked good again. So, yeah, I'm glad they don't do that too often anymore. Let's see. Greg Dillon, yes, I have the Dune Ornithopter. Fantastic. How was that build? Let me know how that build was because I've seen it. I'm curious about it, but I don't have it. Scrap Avenue says they recycle or trash their boxes. If I had the space, keep for sure. So far, we have the space, so we're going to be keeping them. Let's see. Risa, I love we do the family reunion celebrations. Oh, thank you very much for that. Yeah, Risa, we love modulars, and I love to look at sets that come out that are structure-based and then see if there's a way to modularize them well. So I do like to go through a little bit of a checklist on, is it something that has good detail that you won't need to spend a lot of extra money on to modularize? And the family reunion celebration set was a really good combination of that. Like it was a building. I ended up not buying any extra pieces for it, and I had some in my collection that was able to modularize. So really appreciate that feedback. I had a lot of fun building that set as well, or that modification. The set was really cool.
I like what I did to it and added the dinosaur on top.
You added a dinosaur on top.
And then,
Which one did you add to it? I vaguely remember that.
I don't know.
Oh, was it the little Velociraptor?
Yeah.
Yeah, your contribution to the city was adding a bunch of animals and minifigs to it, and
Magenta frogs.
magenta frog. We had a lot of magenta frogs to the modular city in our last modular city update from the creative minds of Autumn and Kiara. So they had a lot of fun with that. Let's see. We've got Helm's Deep. Yeah, Malkier. Helm's Deep. They came out with a Helm's Deep a long time ago, and
I think they should do it.
that was, oops, I did this the wrong line. That was an amazing set. In fact, I'm thinking about if they come out with another one. So I'm wondering if Lego's going to come out with a bunch of sets off of the new Lord of the Rings movie coming out in December, the animated War of the Rohirrim. And if it includes a Helm's Deep, I would love to rebuild the original Helm's Deep. That was like a $130 set over a decade ago, so it'd be pretty expensive these days, but an amazing build. And they had a little wall extension for the Uruk-hai army. So if you had those two sets, you had a great selection of minifigs of King Theoden, which is a pretty rare minifig. And love to see the comparison between those two. So if they come with that, but definitely would be excited about that. Helm's Deep, Gondor, Greg Dillon says Gondor.
That's what Autumn just said.
Yeah, Gondor. I would love, like, even if it was a small set, the beacons of Minas Tirith, one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie is when they light the beacons of.
So cool.
Oh man, that's so cool! All the shots of the mountains. And
How'd they do that in Lego though?
Well, I think they would just make the one little section at the top of Minas Tirith, right?
And then make a bunch of other little stacks, and then add some fire to them, to some of them.
Yeah, I mean, if they did like a couple different beacons, but I think maybe just that one would be really cool. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Let me know if you like that part of the movie. I love that's one of my favorite
Yeah, I like
moments in all of the movies.
I also like when the ring is thrown to the fire, which makes me. Oh, after the ring is thrown to the fire. But
Like in Mount Doom.
yeah, do they make a Mount Doom?
So they don't have a Mount Doom. So the only thing that we have resembling Mount Doom is this little mini build right here in this set, which is just a little, them standing on it, which could be the plains of Gorgoroth instead of Mount Doom. I think you can use your imagination to figure out where that is.
They need to make a Mount Doom.
Mount Doom, there we go. Autumn's got to vote for Mount Doom Risa. Oh yeah, Minas Tirith, Lord of Bricks. Yeah, I don't want to break the bank for sure. I mean, that would be super expensive if they did a Minas Tirith for sure. Let's see, we've got Amon Hen as well. Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. That's the part at the end of the Fellowship of the Ring movie where Frodo and Aragorn are chatting, and then you've got this battle that Aragorn goes all beast on the Uruk-hai, and that's a pretty sweet part of that set. I love that. That'd be a fun, very fun, I think, set to have in Lego form. You get the Uruk-hai captain that ends up getting felled by Aragorn. Let's see, we've got lots of these transparent yellow pieces in here. And
Probably to add more fire.
Oh, someone wants to know about sets that Lego would make for the Hobbit saga.
Oh, they should make
Of course, we already mentioned the Hobbit hole, but what were you gonna say, Autumn?
the dragon and the mountain, whatever the dragon's
oh,
called.
Smaug.
Yeah, Smaug and the mountain.
Yeah, Lonely Mountain. Maybe like a Smaug's lair.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting.
Yeah,
Lord of the Rings
this sounds like a set name.
All right, so finished bag 3. So this entire build right here, bag 3, it's like 100 or so pieces at least. And we've got just more of the base being built. Lots of really cool transparent yellow pieces coming off of here to continue the theme. We do have a 1x6 Technic brick here in white that's going to connect somewhere with this side or this side of the bags 1 and 2 base. But I'm on to bag 4 right here, so don't mind the crinkling.
What bag are you on?
I'm on 30 still.
30? I thought you were on 21.
Got our steel and Gollum.
The arms.
You need the arms
Yeah, no.
in here? Okay. So we've got
I want a Lego Gollum.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Autumn used to love Gollum.
Autumn had this thing where she loved all the
Smaug.
she loved Smaug, she loved Gollum,
No, that's
Don't forget about Darth
and
Vader.
Darth Vader.
no. Dad said I did.
Oh,
Oh, I said you did? That's
Yeah,
'cause you told me that.
and Voldemort and all the
Oh.
evil people. You always said that I was the one who liked them.
but you did like somebody. Was it Smaug and Darth Vader?
Gollum.
It was Gollum.
Yeah, she's
I
a Gollum.
hated Darth Vader.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're coming out with a white Darth Vader. So they're having a range of sets for like Star Wars where it's a black Millennium Falcon and Darth Vader's white and Jar Jar Binks is the Sith Lord.
Jar Jar Binks.
You know Jar Jar Binks from episode 1?
Wait,
They
the really
actually
annoying
did
guy.
They're coming out with that this year.
Why?
Can you move the Sith over on?
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Maybe to have fun.
Just to make Jar Jar Binks even more.
Jar Jar Binks. There's this long-standing theory that Jar Jar Binks is,
Who's Jar Jar Binks?
The really annoying guy from Clone Wars.
from the first.
It's not human.
3.
He's like
The
a
first
He's a
three.
Gungan.
now.
I don't.
So I hated the first 3 movies, the prequels for Star Wars, so that our kids actually don't watch a lot of those. They have seen the original trilogy many times. So maybe we're raising them right or wrong. I don't know. Let's see. Hobbit Lego for sure. Hobbit Lego would be amazing. Hobbit Hole, Hobbiton, anything like Mirkwood related would be really good. Beorn would be a fantastic. Beorn's house, I think that'd be a really cool one to get.
The woodland elves from the
Liam says a remake of Mines of Moria would be cool. I agree. They did come up with the Moria set years ago, and I really enjoyed it with the Cave Troll. I thought that was a really fun set, and loved the architecture that they had with that. I think only problem I had with it was that I didn't do very well applying the stickers, so that was a bit of an issue.
Thank you so much, Teresa, for your €5. Really appreciate the donation.
Yeah.
She says, thanks for the stream. Love your content. I have to go now, but great job. And remember, keep building together.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Build together. It's a lot of fun to do that. Loader bricks, the two towers. Oh, man. Yeah, we've got Orthanc and we've got this. And I know that's not interpreted by everybody as being the two towers that Tolkien was talking about, but it's really how they make it in the movies. And so that's what these sets are based on, the movies. So
I think
Which-
in Two Towers, the movie where the Tower of Isengard, whatever it's called,
yeah, Orthanc, yeah.
or think is knocked down.
It's not knocked down, but it is conquered by the Ents, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And Merry and Pippin.
but more advanced.
Yeah.
And when like Gandalf is like coughing a lot while he sees the eye, like from Gondor, like he makes like a big fuss about seeing the view of Mordor.
Yeah. The Palantir. Yep.
So what would the other tower be of the two towers then, if it's not?
I forget. I was just reading about this the other day. And I forget.
So the two towers.
I read about it before I went to Honduras, and then like everything was out of mind, out of sight, because I was in Honduras for 10 days. And yeah, so you have to forgive my poor memory.
Is there another, like, are they,
It's not like
Like-
physical towers.
okay, so it's
Yeah.
like metaphorical towers.
Yeah. So maybe somebody watching knows what that is.
Corinth Ungol.
Oh yes, that's it. It is a tower. It's a Minas Morgul or yeah,
Cirith
Cirith
Ungol.
Ungol. Yeah. So that's what they're referring to.
What's
It's
that?
Oh.
the base of like the ring wraith thingies.
Yeah, it's where the ring
Like
wraith.
the
ring
ring
wraiths.
wraith king, the Witch King of Angmar.
Yep, that's it. That's what it was. Yeah. Thank you very much for commenting on that. Loader bricks, an expert, a fellow expert.
They've got the loader in their name, so I guess they know.
Yeah. Okay. So really interesting, and we'll go back to some of the other comments. But yeah, loader bricks noted. A lot of the versions that some of the reviews I've seen had paper bags. We have plastic bags still. In fact, I have not yet received a paper bag. Lego's been transitioning to paper bags over the last I don't know how many years, and so
Does that mean you
still waiting
can't
for that.
See through it?
It would mean that you can't see through. Yeah, that's correct.
Why?
Well, I mean, plastic bags are not biodegradable, so that's an environmental issue. And then the cost as well. I think it's cheaper to get paper bags. So Lego's kind of doing a transition across a variety of their distribution or their production buildings to go to paper bags. So still have not yet had that. Let's see.
This is a massive block of snot work.
Oh, Malkier, that mentions, so Greg Dillon from outside of Houston, Malkier, I moved back home from Washington, so, or
Nice.
Washougal, Washington, yeah, Julia from Portland.
The Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest. I have a good friend that I was spending time in Honduras with, he's from Tacoma, Washington, Pacific Northwest representing well. What minifigs have we built so far? So I'll show you, we have right here, we've got Sam?
Samwise Gamgee.
He was in bag 2. In bag 1, we got Frodo right there. And then Kiara's handing me, I'll hand it back here, don't worry. Gollum is in bag 4. And I believe that's it in terms of the minifigs. Julia's on bag, she's done 28, 29, and
And I'm on 30, and I have not built a single minifig.
so no minifigs there.
Yeah, but you haven't built 1 through 30, so.
Right. Yes, we've skipped a bunch in the middle that Daddy will be getting to soon.
We'll get there slowly but surely. Ish. That's right. So we got so for 3 of them. Melchior just finished a set out of stickers. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Peugeot Technic. Yeah, that one. It's one of the hangups I have with a lot of the Technic sets, like the cards. I think they look really good, but so many of them have stickers, and same with the Speed Champions. A lot of them just come with so many stickers that I just not a fan. In fact, with Orthanc, I didn't apply the stickers. I just didn't even bother. So when I maybe do a quick review on that or show you the comparison between Orthanc and Barad-Dur, you'll notice that that one does not have any stickers on it.
In response to loader bricks, we have not yet built the Fell Beast, but we have it.
Got it right there.
Maybe Kiara would like to build that.
No.
Or should we just, put it on Bricklink and sell it for an armor light? I'm kidding. We won't do that. I really like Lord of the Rings, and so I want to kind of see how this looks next to Barad-Dur when it's done. It's very much in Kiara's building style, though. She kind of like...
No, it's not. It doesn't have eyes.
It has a lot of ball joints for the...
And the body segments.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's in my building style.
It's classic Kiara. Kiara loves... Her favorite pieces are ball joints.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We've got... Yeah, technical build. I'm going to build Barad-Dur. Skeptical, but now seeing you build it, I'm convinced. Very good, Julian. I hope you enjoyed building that. It's going to be... I mean, we've had fun so far with this. Oops. So I look forward to more of this build. A lot of detail, a lot of technicalities to some of these parts. As I made a mistake, so I have to fix it. So I just want to show you a little of the detail that we're getting right now with some of the lava stuff. We've got quite a bit of flow coming down from this section, depositing right here with these transparent yellow pieces. Still have quite a few of transparent yellow pieces right here that are going to be incorporated into the lava flow. We're getting the back of the base and the forge right over here. So the color combinations very much reminds me of something you might see out of like a Star Wars, like a Geonosis or something like that. So interesting how that's how they started it out with a lot of this nougat color, a lot of dark orange, some regular oranges, and then transparent orange and yellow. So that's kind of where we're at right now with this. Yeah, the Hobbit saga. I mean, I would definitely think Hobbiton would definitely Bag End would be one. I could definitely see definitely something with the gosh, something drawing a blank. By what's the settlement? Dale, right? The settlement of Dale on Long Lake. Definitely Mirkwood. You're gonna have Mirkwood sets coming out if they were to do a bunch of stuff on the Hobbit again. I would imagine they'd have quite a bit of stuff. What was that?
Okay.
The escape from the Mirkwood elves, I think would be a really...
They did the barrel chase
the barrel
a while
chase.
ago.
Yeah. I think they'd remake a lot of those kinds of sets. Although one of my least favorite scenes in the Hobbit movies was that barrel scene. I thought they just went way over the top on that.
It's also not like physically possible at all.
Well, lots of things in science fiction and fantasy are not physically possible, but
I know, but it's annoying.
I think they would do some stuff with Rivendell perhaps as well, because that definitely makes an appearance.
The other part of it?
I cannot find a dark play 1x2.
1x2 what, brick right here?
No. Plate.
Oh. It's because there isn't one.
There's just not that many pieces here right now.
Did you use a dark play when you're supposed to use a
Oh, probably.
light play?
At some point.
Building tip for everyone out there: if you are building and you can't find a piece and it is actually nowhere to be found in your pile, good chance you might have used that piece earlier when it was a similar color. That happens to me all the time. And yeah, I always got to learn how to build sometimes. Let's see. You bow, yeah. You bowed to no one. Absolutely great scene in that movie. Love that part of the end of Fellowship of the Ring, or sorry, of the Return of the King. I remember seeing Return of the King in the theaters and was just never wanted it to end, and it seemed like it never did end. So it was actually pretty cool.
I really can't find it, so I'm just going to use 2 1x1s that were left over from the last bag.
Okay, I don't mind. Go for it. We might have to fill out one of those reports, a missing piece report on Lego customer service. Give you a little bit of a view as to what we're working on right here. Some snot bricks coming in right there and right there. So we're going to be incorporating some really interesting building techniques moving forward. We're putting a dead fish or some sort of fish over here in this bottom section. Let's see. So I need a nougat 1x2 slope that I'm not seeing because I probably made a mistake somewhere.
Right here.
No, that's dark tan. So I got dark orange, I've got dark tan. And I'm looking for, it should be a nougat.
Yeah, I see it in the other 2 colors.
Well, oh, it's not because it's one of these pieces and not a, yeah, do a better job of looking at the instructions. All right, so another comment here. Greg Dillon, what is your favorite Doctor Who doctor? I'm going to be honest, I've never watched Doctor Who. Have you ever watched Doctor Who?
I don't think so.
I mean, I've heard it's amazing that there's such a great lineage, but unfortunately, I have not watched. So I'm going to throw the question right back at you, Greg Dillon, if you're still with us. Who is your favorite Doctor Who doctor? I know that it's very popular series, certainly across the pond over in Great Britain. Oh yeah. Loader Bricks wants to know maybe the piece is still in the bag. I don't know if you.
I've definitely done that before.
So there is a piece right here on the floor. That might be.
That's definitely not the piece I needed, but
yeah.
Good to have.
This one was on the floor. Definitely done that a lot before with bag. Was it bag 30? Maybe one of the small bags. Or knocked on the floor somewhere. Keep an eye open for it. Yeah.
okay, with water.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, anybody have any favorite snacks to eat while you build, or any favorite building beverages, music? Like,
I definitely would not recommend Cheetos.
not Cheeto. No.
Cheese that's all over your finger.
Anything with a coating on it would not be preferable, for sure. I used to listen to hard rock music when I built. But today it's just hanging out with everyone here online. And I would say this is much better than a speed build. I don't like doing it. Loader Bricks, no chips for me while building. Totally agree with that. Like, I love sour cream and onion potato chips, by the way, but would not eat them while building with Lego for sure. Kind of interesting. We're building some more here. We've got this 1x4 swivel hinge plate in reddish brown. So we're accomplishing angles with hinge plates here, and we're building this part of the base that is going to connect to this part right here. So curious to see how this is going to be incorporated into all that. We've got a lot going on with this too. So we've got some 1x6 bricks and quite a bit of snot work coming on right here.
Yeah, this one also has just tons of various slopes and things to make it look rocky. I've finished putting all these on this side. Next step is to put some on over here. So definitely an interesting build here with this little piece.
Julian says, I often listen to music, many different types and genres. Yeah. One band that I've really enjoyed listening to actually when building is Greta Van Fleet. I don't know if anyone's familiar with that band. They are from here in the United States. They're from my least favorite state, the state of Michigan. I'm a big Ohio State fan. If you don't know, those are two huge rivals when it comes to college athletics, and especially college football. So they're a really good band. And then I listened to, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. Where's my phone? I gotta find out the name of it. Do you know phone? I wonder if Kiara walked off with my phone.
Probably not. We're using it for recording.
At one point. Well, anyway.
I did finish this folder, so now I'm gonna put it into the rest of the build here. That goes in so smooth and easy.
Does it connect in like down here?
Yeah, there was already an angled plate here underneath it, and then the hinges on the top also connect to the sides.
Wow, okay.
So it's strong and easy to put in. As long as we don't knock off the rocks.
I don't know where that went. They go over here? How'd that go?
Yeah.
Here, you can put that back on. You got the instructions. It is very sturdy. Neglecting the miscue that I just had.
That actually isn't super strong because it is only on one little
one stud.
But maybe as we go, maybe as something goes on top, it'll hold it into place better.
Yeah. This is really fascinating. Look, check this out. Like, there are so many really interesting slopes, and that's probably better light for it. So lots of slopes, and then this snot work with all these boulders. Very interestingly built. And you're on, this is what, the third bag that you're building with, and this is what you've got so far. So we've got, I think this is the throne room, and it's got this interior here.
It's very piece dense.
Yeah, and then this is going to move up and down right here. So you've got this nice mechanism that allows you to pull out, I think, what was going to be the resting place for Sauron's Palantir, one of the seeing stones. And yeah, very piece intensive. Like, I was looking at some of these walls, like you've got a lot going in right here, different snot bricks, and then you've got layers of a window here and here. So plenty of substantive pieces, and, you know, plenty of cheese slopes as well. So if you're wondering about, you know, is this really inflated with the piece count because of small pieces? It seems like there are some small pieces, some of these 1x2 bow slopes and cheese slopes, but there are also quite a few substantive pieces here as well. So pretty good mix, I would say, so far. Yeah, loader bricks. If it's a loader set I'm building, I'll usually listen to the soundtrack. I was tempted to put the movie on, but we are doing the live stream, so.
Yeah, no burps. We do have these panel pieces, but the rocks themselves are all brick built and slopes and all that.
Yeah, no burps, no lurps. And just brick after brick after brick. I'm really impressed with the build so far. I'm also really pleased that they're not taking shortcuts, with the exception of these 1x6x5 panels that you can see right here. There seem to be a few of those in the set, but I don't think that's too bad of a.
There are a lot of these, I don't know, we call them the double convex or something, slopes. So it's kind of a bigger piece. So it's like a 1x3 slope going in two different directions with the slope in the middle. So that's kind of a bigger piece. So if you don't like building with big pieces, maybe that would be an issue, but I don't think so. Personally, I don't mind it at all.
You also get tons and tons of these right here. These facet 2x2 facet slopes, which in the new color I think are pretty new. So nice inclusion into this. So I'm going to be attaching, I was building this rock section right here, a little bit of snot work on this side right there. And see if I can get this right. So this goes right up on the edge right here. So we have a little bit of a room right there. We've got this fish, and then on the back side here, and we've got this 1x4 hinge right here. So lots of loose hinges. So at this moment in time, I've got a loose hinge right here on this part of the base, and then I've got 2 loose 1x4 hinges right here, as well as a couple right there. So lots of stuff that needs to be resolved. Like I love music. I don't know if anybody here loves to play music. If you do love to play music, let me know what instrument you play. But I love playing guitar. It's my favorite instrument to play. I grew up playing trumpet as well as piano and keyboard. But you know, we think about a suspended chord. It has to resolve. Like there are all these little pieces here that I'm building, these leftover hinges that are going to have to be resolved at some point in time. So I'm curious to see how they're going to do that.
Nice, Felix. Yeah, I had a friend who did that too, ordered the set way early, but then was waiting until a certain date to actually build.
Oh yeah, until the birthday on the 7th of October. Wow.
That's planning ahead.
Yeah. So I kind of a question for people out there, you know, if you run into a situation like that, would you want to get it on day one, or do you want to wait for like a certain gift with purchase or a double insider's points? We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but I'm really curious. A couple people have joined the chat. Yeah, as Julie notes, that's a long time because we're sitting here in June, about 4 months away. But I'm kind of curious, like your buying strategy. Like, do you wait for particular gifts with purchase, or do you like the double insider's points? Personally, today we were just kind of give you a little context. We were thinking about buying the new Ninjago Tournament City Temple, and it had a little gift with purchase that came with that. So we would have had a Ninjago gift with purchase as well as the like summer pool gift with purchase. But I did hear a rumor on Brick Clicker's YouTube channel that double insiders points are coming later this month, June 12th through 16th. I don't know if that's going to be accurate, but kind of curious what your strategy would be. Would you want that double insiders points? Because to me, that's cash that I get back. You know, I can, if I spend $250 on a set and I get double insider points, that's $500 worth of insiders points. That's $25. Whereas the little Ninjago gift with purchase might be a $10 value, and then that pool might be a $20 value or $15 value. So equivalent, but except I get that money off of future purchases instead of having to sell those gift with purchases that I might not be all that interested in. So comment, we got some. Felix notes, I wanted to buy it mid-June for the double points, but would prefer, yeah. So that's a really interesting point. Yeah, the Fell Beast, again, we got that gift with purchase right here. They definitely had limited copies of that. So if you did order it today, that, yeah, Julie, Felix, yeah, definitely makes sense because that's only going to be available as long as supplies last, and that could run out pretty quickly. So that makes sense.
You have an update. I finished bag 30 with 2 extra pieces. One is a cheese slip, which is a common extra piece, so I'm going to put that over with the extra pieces. I did end up with a 1x2 in light blay. So if you remember a little while ago, I was looking for a 1x2 in dark blay, and we said maybe I'd use the wrong color. So probably I did. Either that or they gave me the wrong color. But I'm guessing it was my error and not Legos. Anyway, I replaced it with 2 1x1s in the correct color, so I'm not too worried about it.
Fair enough.
All right, on to bag 31.
Ooh. So let's see, you've built 28, 29, 30, and 31. I've built,
Just starting 30.
and well, okay, so 20, 29, 30, I've built 1, 2, and 3, and I'm on bag 4. So we are 6.5 bags through of 40.
Wow,
So
we've got a lot more to go.
So plenty left to go. By the way, we are not going to build this all today. I'm anticipating possibly doing another live stream as we continue to build this tomorrow at some point in the morning. before the afternoon arrives.
Unfortunately, I will not be here in the morning, but and tomorrow we are actually getting a dog. So in the afternoon. So it's gonna be kind of a crazy day.
Gonna be a crazy day. Curious for those of you out there, do you have a dog? And if so, how do you manage the dog with the Lego? I am really curious to read some of your thoughts on that because we have a cat. Julia grew up with a lot of dogs, and so she's familiar with how dogs can, shall we say, abuse Lego. But I have never had a dog, and so this will be the first time I've had to navigate dog ownership with Lego ownership. So comment down below, yeah. Marfan, amateurs, let's knock it out in one steady. You know, if I wasn't doing a live build, maybe just because, you know, if I was concentrating just on building and building it quickly. But we are enjoying this time with you, and so trying to answer some of your questions and talk, and it's slightly difficult having a conversation and building at the same time.
Yeah, Colin's usually a very efficient, quick builder, but it is different when we're keeping track of the conversation. You know, we have to read a conversation and you have to look up and stuff. So yeah.
Doing our best.
It's fun.
Having a lot of fun with this. And yeah, let's see. So we've got
what is this? It's like the white tree on a minifig head.
Oh, and okay, so here we go. I'm going to show this to you all. We have the Palantir. I don't know if you can see that very well, but the Palantir has two-sided face printing. So one is the white tree of Gondor, and it's burning, and then the other side is Bag End burning. So shows you a couple things that you see in the movies as it relates to the Palantir. So really cool printing piece on this. Gotta say, kudos to Lego for how they printed that. I hope I didn't ruin too many surprises for you showing that off, but if you are curious about some of the details of this build, that's really cool. Let's see. Go back to this. Marfan20 says, waiting for Amazon Prime days. They had $70 off Rivendell before. That's a really good deal. That's a really good deal. Did you happen to see if they had the Razor Crest? Maybe that was Prime days. Black Friday Prime days might have had Razor Crest. I've noted before, I really like the Razor Crest. It's said I would be interested in getting. Amazon, like definitely, I have a friend who commented to me the other day how much he hates Amazon as a company. I do buy Amazon off Amazon, but I don't often buy Lego off of Amazon. So I'm curious if you guys have done that. But yeah, they oftentimes will have good deals. I definitely notice on brickset.com they have like Amazon sale lists and everything every day for that. So it's a really good tool to check out if you're looking for a particular set and you want to wait until it goes on sale. Loader Bricks notes that I think the Fell Beast gift with purchase is better than any 2x points if you want to resell it. Yeah, it's going to come around $100 for the Fell Beast. Man, that is overpriced. I mean, I would not look if somebody wanted to give me $100 for it, maybe, but yeah, I know a lot of people were really excited about that, so maybe that'll drive up demand for it on Bricklink, especially if it sells out quickly. And I'm trying to think what happened. I know with the Dungeons and Dragons gift with purchase, the price for that shot up really quickly.
Look how soft that is.
Interesting. So this is the head and shoulder armor for Sauron. You want to put that on?
Yep. I finally got to build my first minifig of the set.
And that was bag what?
This is bag 31. There he is. He's got this, the Colin just showed you. Got his weapon. He's got the gate, printed torso and legs. Very nice. You like it?
Oh yeah, this is a great mini. I know some people commented possibly about having Sauron with a taller leg piece, kind of like Woody from Toy Story. I think that would look maybe a little odd given that he's thin, but the combination of the shoulder and helmet mold, I think, makes him a little bit more imposing than a usual minifig. And just so you can see, if you've just joined us, we've got the new Golem right here. as well as Frodo and Sam. We've got them, but those are the same as Rivendell minus the capes. Really interesting on that. I wonder how much that minifig is going to go for on Bricklink, seeing as it came in an exclusive $460 set. And it's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to probably not be very cheap. Let's see. Julian says, I prefer to buy when there's a nice gift with purchase, and if not, I wait for a discount. Yeah, that's fair. Nice gift with purchases. I did not think the summer pool set was all that nice as a gift with purchase for today compared to double insiders points. But we mentioned earlier, Charles Dickens, that was a really good one. The Amelia Earhart, the Ray's Castaway, some of those gift with purchase were really nice. Felix, the dog was the best decision my family made. I hope so. We're getting a 6-month-old German, 5-month-old, 6 months old.
5.
Oh, 5-month-old. German Shepherd, female. Her name currently is Petunia. The girls want to change her name to Naya, N-Y-A. And she's arriving tomorrow afternoon from Houston, Texas. So I wonder if she comes with a free gun. I'm kidding. Texas. Right? Anyway, bad joke. Sorry. I love Texas. We've spent 7 years living in Oklahoma. Went to Texas many times. But in Oklahoma, they have a huge rivalry with Texas, so we try to make fun of Texas whenever possible. So in case you're wondering why I would say something so mean to Texas, that's why. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how this dog, like, I don't know. I've never had a dog before, but I don't know, always been curious, always wanted one. So I'm a little anxious, a little nervous. I think you're more excited than I am, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't want a dog initially, but now that we're getting one, I'm pretty excited about her.
I am nervous about the whole, training. She's partially trained. She's partially cage trained, or nearly entirely cage trained. Crate, not cage. Crate. My bad. See, learning the lingo. Still working on that. Potty trained generally. Still has some accidents, but doing pretty good on that. Autumn, hey, Autumn, are you excited for the dog?
Yeah.
Yeah, Autumn's really excited for the dog.
What are you guys talking about potty training my puppy on a live stream?
Good. All right, so we are about to connect this part of the base. So there we go. So now this is all one thing.
That looks impressive.
And again, this is almost 4 bags worth.
So people can see the front of the rocks.
Really strong.
They said.
Now see. Oh, there it is.
You are not struggling at all.
No, I'm good. All right, so there we go. Showing it so people can see it. Just trying to do it one-handed. So there we go. That's a busy base plate or base to this set. Got to be honest with you. This is kind of crazy. Maybe a touch overwhelming if yeah, really big. And when you see this in the store, the height is imposing, but I'm going to be honest with you, the base itself is just massive. And I think that 2 challenges. Kiara, don't go that way. Don't go that way. Come back this way. So I don't want you to unplug the computer.
We just touched that cord and the whole thing shut down.
Whole thing.
Floor, so.
Go this way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the base is just so big.
They even had, and I don't know if all of the Lego stores have it this way, but at our Lego store, they had an actual plastic platform for it that would look kind of lava-y. That was obviously specifically for the set, which I thought was really interesting. I'm not sure I've seen that before.
Yeah, occasionally they might have some special display for sets, but this one definitely got a special treatment, which was kind of neat. The other interesting thing right now that as I'm building this, so we're actually going to be, so this is where the connection point is with these 2 white Technic bricks right here, but we're going to be covering that up with this 2x plate right here. This 2x12, I think, or 2x14. So this is not something that's going to be coming apart. So in case you were wondering, like something like the roller coaster or something like the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, like sometimes you can take the different sections apart to move them. This is going to be only something you can take apart from the layers rather than separating at the base. So once we connect them with the Technic pins, we're now covering up the seams of the connection point with this right here. Let's see. Could you try the, Marfan, could you try the new Golem arms on a battle droid? I think you could. So it's just, the arms are regular clips. So anything that has a bar on it, you could connect. So the arm for Golem is just this little clip or this bar, and then you attach the clip right like that. So, and if you could do with the old arms of Golem, you could do it with the new arms of Golem. Not that I'm guessing people are going to be doing a lot of architectural detailing with that, but anything with a bar, you could attach these arms to. And let's see. That's and Marfan also notes Prime Days are a 3-4 day period outside of the Black Friday. There's a site called Brickwatch. There we go. So really good tip from Marfan. Site called Brickwatch that sends out an email when a Lego set drops in price. That's really good to know. I might actually try that because there's some sets I'm going to have on my wish list, like the Snow White's Cottage. I know it's $220. Definitely interested in possibly putting that on the wish list if it goes on sale, or something that I might get on double insider's points if I've got the cash lying around. And then also I know Brickset, if you go on Brickset and you create an account there, it's free. You can not only keep track of all the sets you own, you can also add sets to your wish list. And then if your set that's on a wish list goes on sale, you'll get a notification there as well. And that could be from Amazon. But another opportunity, Brickwatch, it sends an email when a Lego set drops in price. Yeah, Load of Bricks notes the GWP does have an exclusive minifig, which drives up the price. Totally understand that. My only thing with the minifig, though, is that it's exclusive, but it's something you could probably recreate well enough, close enough, to have your own ring wraith without having to buy this particular gift with purchase online. So, like looking at the minifig itself, it looks like there's a black robed torso, a blank black head, and then a hood, which you can find those reasonably on Bricklink over the years. I think I mentioned earlier, similar to a Dementor from the Harry Potter line, if you found one of those. The cape definitely looks like it could be a special cape because it's got some holes in it. So that's a possibility. And I don't know if the sword doesn't strike me as very unique to just this set, but again, there are similar swords in the past. So you might be able to get away with that. All right, I'm supposed to put on a bunch of pieces that I don't know where.
I've done that a couple times.
Okay, about this. I know this is going to be an extra piece.
Oh, phew. I thought I'd made another big mistake. But there it is. I just wasn't seeing it.
Where am I? Oh, I missed. No? Yes. Okay. Yeah, talking and building leads to some more mistakes.
Marfan said the sword is the same as the one from the Medieval Blacksmith.
That's where I've seen it before, Medieval Blacksmith. Yep. Great set.
Huh. Liam asks, do you know about the minifig vending machine that got approved by Lego Ideas? Because there is a vote for a new castle faction. There
is. There are a couple of sites that have that. Definitely check it out.
Like, is a vending machine made out of Lego? Or like there's a vending machine that dispenses Lego?
It's built out of Lego. and they has like those little clear balls that would then come out, and then inside the balls would be minifigs. And so, yeah.
So like you would like actually use the vending machine to buy minifigs,
Well,
or is it a set?
It's a set.
Okay,
So it's going to be, yeah, it's a set, and so you would get the minifigs with the set.
gotcha.
Yeah. And has anyone heard how much that's going to be? I'm really curious how many minifigs are going to end up coming with it. Wow, I totally forgot like a bunch of pieces over here. Fantastic. Okay. And then what else did I forget? Ah. This was right there. And these are my extras.
Loader Bricks says the cape is from the Dementor.
Okay.
So the only thing that would be exclusive would be the torso.
Yeah. And I don't know if the torso is going to be worth that extra cost for the GWP on Bricklink, but maybe. All right, so just want to show you at the end of bag 4. So I'm 88 steps in. And here we've got the results so far, showing you lots of pieces, lots of detailed work. And I've forgotten to put some pieces on over here for the rock work and some of the snot bricks and slopes. Kind of interesting looking at this right here. So I don't know if you can see on the live stream, the camera, but you see this lime green plate. You've got this gap right here. So I think it's gonna be something you can slide in and out, which would be kind of interesting. In terms of the extra hinges, they had us fold them in right here. So I noted that we've got a couple extra reddish brown hinges like right here. They want us to fold them in and also to fold these in right here. So that's where we're at the instructions. Also, a little shout out at the end of bag 4, some quotes. This one from Samwise Gamgee. There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. Love that quote right there. I got to get bag 5. I'll be right back.
And over here, I finished some more of this boulder work. This little rock piece that Colin knocked off earlier is still really easy to come off, and we've already built up. So I'm kind of curious to see if it gets any stronger, but I'm not sure it will. I'm kind of wondering why they even used this piece. It's kind of a different piece. I guess it's only maybe two plates high rather than 3 as usual. So I guess that's why they used it. But definitely this does not feel very strong.
You don't know what time it is. No. Triangle plate should not be extra. All right, so we've got bag 5 right here. No minifigs in this one. A little bit of a piece preview for it. We've definitely got some reddish brown panels. And I will say this one that I've got right here might be hard to see. You can see right here by my thumb some scuff marks on that one. So a little disappointing that I got beat up a bit. But lots of color shifts. So earlier, as you can tell with the set, as I've built it so far, the base, we've got lots of dark orange, transparent red, yellows, nougat. Now we're shifting into, and if you look at my piece selection right here, lots of black, reddish brown, still a little bit of dark orange with some of these cheese slopes. The occasional nougat piece, but lots of black. So we're, I think, getting into some of the column type things here. Let's see. Yeah, Marfan, I keep seeing people are trying to sell those VIP gift with purchase supply bags for $30 at conventions. Yeah, they don't really sell. I'm confused. Why would anybody buy Lego at a convention? I mean, the set prices are always going to be marked up significantly because it's a convention. So yeah, really interested about that. Loader Bricks, German Shepherds are the best. My family has 2. They are great, though they are outside dogs. Yeah, so we've got lots, really nice walkable neighborhood here, and then we are really close to the Cleveland Metro Parks, just a couple minutes away. So we can take, there's a really just great spot. The kids were at yesterday at the river where some people were bringing their dogs. So really excited in the summer to do that. Wondering about what we're going to do in the winters here in Cleveland with the dog, but I know
fortunately, our 13-year-old loves the cold weather, so they can go out together.
Yeah. So one thing that's interesting about bag 5 is there seems to be a difference in the instruction in terms of the shading. Gosh, it's going to be hard to show you on the live stream, but here is bag 4. You can see the reddish brown. I think it comes across fairly clear, but then you get very dark, kind of hard to see, for the bag 5 pieces. And so it looks like it's a dark brown, but there are only a couple of dark brown pieces in this bag, specifically some dark brown cheese slopes, 1x2 bricks, and that's about it in dark brown. So a little bit of color issues with the instruction manual beginning here in bag 5.
I'm very excited about this moment. I'm building the Palantir. Sorry. So we've got the little stand here, which isn't all that impressive, but then we get to put this really cool piece on that Colin showed you earlier, and then the glass piece over it. And then I'm going to put all these little horn type things around it. So it'll give me a minute to get all those on, and it looks really cool in the instructions.
I'm excited to see what that looks like too. Some great details in this set, and some that may not have seen. I haven't watched any speed builds, any of those kinds of things for this. I've only read, I think, one review, and in fact, I even avoided watching Tiago Catarino's review. He's one of my favorite reviewers on YouTube, and did not even watch his review as I was gearing up to get this set. So turning the page, I actually see a lot better color differentiation on the reddish brown. So maybe it was just a one-page thing. So kind of interesting there. Let's see. Yeah, Felix notes, I hope it has good stability, meaning the Barad-Dur. As I'm putting it on a high shelf, I imagine it does, as it has a big base. Yeah, the base is massive, and just kind of picking it up here, once you make that connection, it's pretty strong. I think Lego is doing right now I have to say, I'm really pleased with how Lego is building this base, making it strong without putting too many Technic pieces into it. Really, it's just a couple on the corners and edges, and that's it. Looking at other sets like the Loop Coaster, for instance, that one was a ton of Technic